Buddhadhamma, Section 3, The Process of Life, Chapter 5, The Law of Karma, or Kamma. This is going to be Fruition of Kamma, page 444. Levels of fruition. The most frequently debated subject in regard to Kamma pertains to the fruits of Kamma. In particular, many people doubt the validity of the principle stating, do good, reap good. Do evil, reap evil. They gather evidence demonstrating how in real life, many people who perform bad actions require good things, and many people who perform good actions receive bad things. These doubts arise due to a confusion between the law of Kamma, Kamma niyama, and conventional law, Sammati niyama, whereby these two laws become mixed up. People often fail to distinguish between the boundaries of various stages of these two laws. Even the terms contained in the aforementioned principles are not clearly understood. Instead of understanding the phrase, do good, reap good, as equivalent to practicing goodness, one obtains goodness. Practicing goodness, one is endowed with goodness. Practicing goodness gives rise to goodness, or practicing goodness leads to wholesome fruits according to the law of Kamma. People interpret it as by practicing goodness, one acquires favorable objects, personal advantages, or gratifying material things. To help clarify this matter, consider the following 4 levels of which Kamma bears fruit. Number 1, the level of the mind. Here one considers how actions affects the mind by the accumulation of wholesome and unwholesome attributes and accumulation of strengths and capabilities. One considers how actions shape a person's thoughts and feelings, tendencies, preferences, joys and sorrows, etc. Number 2, on the level of personality. Here one considers how actions establish a person's habitual disposition and how they determine behavior, attitudes, ability to adapt to various circumstances, reactions, and general interaction with other people and the surrounding environments. This level is connected to the level of mind, but is distinguished to highlight specific aspects of fruition. And number 3, the level of a person's general state of life. Here one considers how actions influence a person's life, how they lead to satisfactory, unsatisfactory experiences, to various rewards and compensations from the outside, to progress and decline, to success and failure, to various forms of gain, like material possessions, prestige, praise, and pleasure, and to the corresponding forms of loss. These results can be subdivided into 2 kinds: results from non-human factors in one's environment, and results stemming from other people and society. Lastly, number 4, the level of society. Here one considers how people's actions affect society. For example, how they lead the social progress or decline, and to collective well-being or distress. Moreover, one considers the effects people's attentions or people's actions have on the natural environment. The first 2 pertain to primarily the law of Kamma, Kamma niyama. Level 3 involves a relationship between law of Kamma and conventional laws, Sammati niyama, which often causes confusion for people. The 4th level, despite being important, lies outside the domain of the present subject matter at hand. Generally speaking, when people look at the fruits of their own actions, or when they examine the validity of whether other people truly do good and receive good, do bad and receive bad, they limit their inspection to the 3rd level. That is, they focus on the external rewards. By doing this, they overlook the results connected to the first and second levels. Although these are very vital importance, they are important in and of themselves. The factor of happiness and unhappiness, mental strengths and weaknesses, mental capabilities, and the proficiency or deficiency of spiritual faculties. They also are important as key source for the results pertaining to the third level. Influences one general state of life. Results at the level 1 and 2, Kamma Niyama and Samadhi Niyama, the mind and the personality, mutually reinforce one another. They go into the influence, how one's lives, what lives one's lives. Aspects of the third level belonging to the sphere of Kamma Niyama, the law of Kamma, are linked to the results of the first and the second, to one's overall state of mind, including one's interests, preferences, and proclivities. The way one pursues happiness or vents frustration, for instance, which is connected to the level of the mind, influences how one perceives or responds to things, how one experiences things, how one acts and lives one's life. In this context, one should examine in what manner people perform particular deeds. Do they follow through and complete the action? How many obstructions are they willing to face? Are they meticulous or careless, disciplined or slack? Furthermore, how do their actions affect other people's thoughts and feelings, which may rebound and affect them in turn, say by receiving cooperation or by facing opposition? One's personality influences how the other people's play a part in one's obtaining either satisfactory or unsatisfactory results. This is not to deny other factors in the process. In particular, those conditions in one's social environment are linked to the law of Kamma and determine one's states of well-being. Here in this chapter, however, the focus is on Kamma as it pertains to a person's inner life. A wider perspective is outlined in the following chapters on external influences and virtuous friendships. The preceding teachings on the law of Kamma aim to help people improve themselves within the domain of personal actions. Moreover, besides improving oneself, one can guide over people to aspire towards goodness by producing wholesome environments according to the principles of favorable environment. Pati rupa desa vasa, virtuous friendship, gayana mitra, and association with good people, sapurisa supasaya. For the most part, the fruits of Kamma manifesting on the third level, one's way of life, are connected to the mind and personality. Those who love their work are honest and diligent to manage their work well, will generally receive positive fruits of their labor, at least more than those who are lazy and dishonest. Honest and virtuous civil servants who are capable and eager to fulfill the terms of their office will generally advance in their profession, better than those who are incapable or half-hearted. Yet sometimes this is not the case, because results of the third level are not exclusively generated by the law of Kamma. Factors from other laws and standards, in particular conventional laws, are involved. An inability to recognize the involvement of these other factors and to distinguish between the relative boundaries of these various laws leads to confusion. Related to this discussion is the phrase, do good, receive good, do bad, receive bad. If the law of Kamma operates solely on its own, there's no problem. The results according directly with the actions. If one earnestly reads a book, one will receive knowledge. But sometimes the body may be fatigued. One has a headache, or the temperature is too hot. One is not finished the reading assignment or does not assimilate what one reads. Or perhaps there arise some kinds of mishap, and one is interrupted. In any case, one should remember that for human beings, the law of Kamma is the essential guiding factor in determining positive and negative results in their life. Even before clearly examining the various related causes, and conditions, someone who is disappointed may reflect that one has had one not done these good deeds. These things may have turned out much worse. Similarity, if others do not immediately receive positive results, one can reflect that they have not acted well. They may have fallen into hard times. By reflecting in this way, one gains an understanding that no volitional actions are fruitless. Many of them produce profound effects on one's state of mind and personality. The common expression, do good, receive good, do bad, receive bad, is derived from the following Buddhist proverb. What sort of seed is sown? That is the sort of fruit one reaps. The doer of good reaps good. The doer of evil reaps evil. Yati samvapate bijam, dati samrapate palam, kaya na kari kaya nam, papakari papakam. Here, Gautama Buddha quotes verses from various rishis and bodhisattvas and assimilates them into the Tipitaka. These various verses are to be considered clear and concise descriptions of the Buddhist principle of Kamma.